Okay, Clairol, go on.
Good morning, children. How are you today? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you're happy today. Now, I have prepared a story for you. Are you familiar with Little Red Riding Hood? Oh, not yet. But this is a classic fairy tales, and I want you to listen very carefully because I'm going to ask a few questions regarding the story. But before we start, I want you to sit properly, have an open ears, and a quiet mouth. Very good. Now, are you ready to listen? Okay. The title of our story is Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a small cottage near the woods, there lived a small girl with her parents. She was very pretty, and so was her name, Little Red Riding Hood. She got this strange name because of a red hooded cloak that she wore all the time. Little Red Riding Hood had a grandmother who lived in the village across the woods. Grandma was not feeling very well, and so Little Red Riding Hood's mother sent her with some food to her house. Remember not to talk to strangers on the way, said Mother as she saw her off. She pranced down the road swinging the basket as she hummed to herself. Just as she entered the woods which lay in her path, a wolf saw her. He could have pounced upon the girl and eaten her up at once, if not for the woodcutters working nearby. The wolf waited for this moment and moved closer to the little girl, giving her a friendly smile. He said to her, "Good morning, dear. How lovely you look. What is your name?" Little Red Riding Hood had no idea what a wicked creature he was. She forgot her promise to Mother. She answered innocently, "My name is Little Red Riding Hood." What a wonderful name! It matches your pics. So where do you come from? And where are you going? Asked the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood answered, "I am going to see my ailing grandma. The food in my basket is for her." And the unsuspecting Little Red Riding Hood gave her grandmother's address to the wicked wolf. "But where are the flowers?" the wolf asked her. "Flowers?" Little Red Riding Hood was confused. "Oh, yes, dear. Since your grandmother is sick, you must take flowers for her," explained the wolf. "Now, where can I get the flowers?" she asked. "Look around. See what lovely flowers grow here," said the wolf. Little Red Riding Hood fell for the wolf's words and ran towards the flowers and started plucking them. And so she kept going deeper and deeper into the woods. Meanwhile, the crafty wolf ran straight to the Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother's house. He knocked at her door. "Who is it?" asked the old woman. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood, grandmother," said the wolf, trying to sound like a little girl. "Mother has sent some food for you." The old lady was failed to recognize her granddaughter's voice. "Leave the lunch, darling," she called out. The wolf promptly lifted up the lunch and went straight to the grandmother's bed. The terrified woman jumped out of the bed and locked herself up in the cupboard. The wolf slipped on her gown and coat. He then hopped into her bed, pulling out the blanket. Soon, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. Finding the door open, she went into Grandma's room. "How are you, Grandma? You left the door open?" she asked, but Grandma was quiet. Little Red Riding Hood came near the bed and exclaimed, "Oh, Grandma," she said, "what happened to your ears? Why do they look so big?" "To hear you better, darling," came the answer. "And your eyes, too, they are so big," said Little Red Riding Hood. "To see you better, darling," came the answer. "And your mouth is also big, Grandma," said Little Red Riding Hood. "Yes, darling, so that I can eat you up." Saying this, the wolf leaped out of bed. Little Red Riding Hood screamed at the top of her lungs. A woodcutter working close by heard her cries for help. Before the wolf could make a meal of Little Red Riding Hood, the woodcutter reached and chased the wolf away. They heard Grandma's muffled shouting from the cupboard. They opened the cupboard and found Grandma inside. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandmother and thanked the woodcutter for his help. Then Grandma took a nice bath and ate the food that Little Red Riding Hood had brought. She felt much better, and so did Little Red Riding Hood. And that's the end of our story. Did you like the story, children? Very good. Now, did you listen carefully? Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions, and if you will answer, you have to raise your hand, and you will get a very good star from teacher. Are you good with it? Okay, so what is the title of our story? Very good. The title of our story is Little Red Riding Hood. And who are the characters in the story? Very good. The characters in the story are Little Red Riding Hood, mother, grandmother, the woodcutter, and the wicked wolf. And do you still remember what did mother told to Little Red Riding Hood? Very good. We should not talk to strangers, especially if we are alone. So, what have you learned today? Very good, children. So, can you make a promise to teacher that you will not talk to strangers if you are alone or if you are not with mommy and daddy? Very good. So that is all for today. And goodbye.